A space where your past is discarded. A pretty thing like you should never look so blue. Come on, the night's just started. 150 people in this house, but if you follow me, I'll get you the best seats. 150 people in this house, but we'll just let them be. Tonight it's you and mine. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. The lock is off the door. I take a lap around. I'm looking for the flask you hid in a drawer, and when I find it, then my eyes meet yours. I shoot you away, guess the band starts to play, but another girl gets in the way. She thinks it's hers instead of yours, and I'm afraid to do more. 150 people in this house, but if you follow me, I'll get you the best seats. 150 people in this house, but we'll just let them be. Tonight it's you and mine. But first I gotta find your groove. 150 people in this house, but if you follow me, I'll get you the best seats. 150 people in this house, but we'll just let them be. Tonight it's you and mine. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. 'Cause tonight it's you and me.
What is up? It's Tuesday night, and you're here with us on Echoplex Media. If you're tuning in live on Twitch, thank you. If you're listening to the podcast, thank you as well. Share the stream with your friends. Don't be a dick. Just do it. Just send it out to random people. Share the love. It's a show called Local Love. We feature all sorts of local musicians and artists, and we're always bringing you new music that you might not have heard yet. So be sure to check that out. We also have a 24-hour stream of music at echoplexmedia.com/radio, or you can just type in eplex.xyz. It'll take you straight to our radio station page. You can sort through our library of music. You can request songs, and you'll probably find a new band that you like. Tonight, we have our in-studio guest. We've got a whole band with us tonight, which is pretty cool. Let's see here. Sorry about that. I got the guys from Last Not Least. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Good.
Awesome.
Doing
man.
good.
I appreciate y'all coming down to the studio. It's awesome to have. We always like having bands come through. So let's see. Who should we start with? I've got John, I've got Ryan, and I've got David. Who is the starter of the band? Who got this all going?
Well, I guess it was me. Yeah, I'm Ryan, lead singer, rhythm guitarist for Last Not Least. Yep.
Nice.
Just glad to be here on Local Love, and I was the one that kind of tried to put everything together here. Put out Craigslist ads and found these guys,
Nice.
John, Dave, and Brad, all had one goal in common: make good music, and we're here right now with Local Love.
That's awesome. How long you guys been doing it? How long has it all been a project?
About a year and a half.
Cool.
Sounds like it.
Not that long?
I guess so. Yeah. Sounds like it. Yeah. We were out rehearsing in my garage with these three guys, and then Brad, who's not here with us tonight, but we want to shout out him some
Brad.
love as our drummer. He couldn't be here tonight. Yeah. So it was just us three. Then we added in Brad, and then just started making some good music.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then what do you guys all play?
God, I play guitar. I actually started off as a bass player once upon a time. But in fact, this is actually the first band I've ever been the guitar player in. So Ryan and I connected on Facebook, or I'm sorry, on Craigslist.
Mhm.
And he wasn't trying to sell me a futon or give me a massage. And so
That's
I thought,
rare. That's
yeah,
rare these days.
it actually is quite
Yeah.
rare for Craigslist. So yeah, that was the hookup. And then we got together and played a few songs, and it was going well. We liked what each other kind of brought to the table. And then it was like, holy crap, we need a bass player.
Nice. So that's where you come in?
I'm the bass player.
Right on.
Right. I'm John.
Cool. Where are you guys all from?
I grew up in San Jose, then lived in Southern California after college, and then now I'm living in the East Bay
Good
in the
stuff.
Tri-Valley.
Right on.
Yeah.
Then and you guys are all performing, like do you do shows and everything? Are you mostly performing
Yes.
around that
Yeah,
area?
Yes. We've performed around the East Bay.
Cool.
San Jose as well, over at the Art Boutique. I performed there.
Love that
we
place.
had a gig there, and then I performed there a couple times with my previous band. So yeah,
Great.
love that venue. Performed, mostly around the East Bay.
And then now is the time you would mention Saturday's show.
Oh yeah. We're all about shameless self-promotion. So
Yep. So we got a upcoming show this coming Saturday, Redwood City at the Hub.
great
We're
place.
playing with 3 other bands. So there's 4 total on the bill. We're playing with Doll Parts, Forever to the Moon, and the Blue Moxies. So
Cool.
come and check us out. Downbeats at 8 o'clock, the Hub, Redwood City.
Right on.
And we also have another one in March 17th at the Bistro. That'll be St. Patrick's
over
Day.
in Hayward.
Yep.
Nice.
We will be playing with Francis Fang, an awesome band, as well as the Mossburns. So that'll be March 17th on Friday. We're going to be playing there.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get our listeners introduced to you guys musically, and then we're going to come back with a lot more questions. But off of your new EP, what would you want me to start with? What would you want me to introduce our audience to?
I think we can go in order. Let's go Dwell in the Darkness.
Dwell in the Darkness it is. This is our in-studio guest tonight. Last not least, ask questions in the chat. Share the stream with your friends. If you're listening to the podcast, share the podcast. This is Dwell in the Darkness.
Where do I go? I'm trapped in my head. Body is frozen, then my nerves are shot. Every time I think I'm ahead, yet I lay on a broken cot. Grass is greener, but my eyes can't see. Filtered lens shows all sorrow. Drenching sweat, far from glee. Running towards a black hole in tow. Time is possessed and has no clue. Minutes on hours and days on end. What is next? Madness breaks through. Insanity is your new best friend. I dwell in the darkness, ain't no doubt. Rotten stench, it just fills my breath. How can it be? All falls out. Beyond regret, I skip the test. Confusion. Desperation, now I'm losing control. Backs against the wall. I fight through, but my hopes just fall. I gave it my all, now I hear the call. Time's up, just drop the bomb. I'm losing control. Backs against the wall. I fight through, but my hopes just fall. I gave it my all, now I hear the call. Time's up, just drop the bomb. against the wall. I fight through, but my hopes just fall. I gave it my all, now I hear the call. Time's up, just drop the ball. I'm losing control, backs against the wall. I fight through, but my hopes just fall. I gave it my all, now I hear the call. Time's up, just drop the ball.
That was Dwell in the Darkness by our in-studio guest tonight, last not least. That was awesome. I like that vibe. It's got kind of like the more upbeat rock style. I like that.
Yeah, thanks.
That's cool. So as far as your recordings and stuff go, like since when you put the band together, did you already have your songs in mind, or were you did you guys was it a collaborative effort?
Yeah, well, we have our songs in mind. A lot of my songs that I have are already written.
Okay.
So before last not least, I do a lot of songwriting. So I have a lot of songs just produced on my own. I'm not a professional producer or anything, but I do a lot of songwriting and just have ideas and eventually want to play them with a band. So I do have quite a few songs written.
One of the things that Ryan really stressed, I think, early on in our earlier conversations was songwriting. And he was like really, I think, seeking out people that were also songwriters as well and like really kind of looking for that collaboration. So like even up to and including, and Brad, we mentioned couldn't be here, our drummer, but we got a song from him in the set as well. We got everybody kind of contributing from the songwriting perspective. So, and that's not to speak for you, but
no worries.
I think that was a big deal starting out, is that everybody kind of has that input.
Yeah,
like
I think that was one.
You have the foundation for the song, but then you want other people's input because I'm not a bass player. I'm not a lead guitarist, so, the idea is there and then they come in, have their take on it. And then that's what you get. Dwell in the Darkness, that song right there. Yeah. So if you heard the demo, I guess you could say demo that I wrote, it sounds almost completely different because it's just all my interpretation. Then now when you have the band together, that's the result you get.
Well, with like the song process and everything like that, like what usually comes first for you? Would you say you're more of a lyrics first guy and then the chords first, then the lyrics? Like,
oh, definitely for me, lyrics first.
Yeah.
Right. I do a lot of my writing. Yeah, I just have ideas. And then that kind of builds off because it's hard for me to write the music if I don't have some sort of idea in mind with the lyrics. That's why. So, yeah. And I remember I was talking about it with John because he asked me that. So do you start from the top down or do you start with the music? And I think, John, you have a different approach. You start from music and then build up from there.
Yeah, I think we all kind of approach that. I kind of go a little both at the same time, like music, kind of lyrics, melody, all kind of, I guess, together. Yeah. Or each one kind of like builds off itself a little bit or builds off the other.
Yes, I'm exactly the opposite of Ryan. I start with music first, and I'll lay out and block out an entire song and all the parts before I even begin a lyric idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then when it comes with the lyrics and stuff like that, do you guys kind of all collaborate on that stuff too, or?
So far, I guess we
yet,
kind of kept the lyrics. Yeah.
So part of the EP and then a lot of the playing we've been doing, we're all songwriters. Everybody brings in something, and then it, as Ryan said, it becomes a last not least song because we all bring something interesting and different to the concept. But we have everybody writes their own lyrics, but we're all editors. So I know there's one of the songs that I wrote that's on the EP. I remember sitting with Ryan and he's like, okay, I'm not quite sure I vibe on this particular way of saying this line. And so we changed things up, and since he's the one who sings it and he has to commit to it and really deliver that line, it's let's edit it and make sure it works for him. So that's one of the things we try to make sure to do.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
As far as the EP, it's a 4-track EP.
Yep.
How long from the getting together process to the getting into the studio process? What would you say was the time that it took to
And we finished the EP in August. So
yeah, in August.
yeah. So from maybe like November of the previous year to August.
Yeah.
That was around the same time that we had a full set
Yeah.
put together as well.
That's
we
cool.
had a lot of songs already. We've performed, had a whole set list ready to go, but then we just decided let's just do something small for now, just to get our name out there and to get it all recorded. And that's what came up with the EP.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, as far as recording goes, are you guys masters of the home studio, or do you got a place that you like to go?
Definitely home studio when it comes to recording the initial tracks. I recorded at Dave's house. John recorded his own, and Brad has a studio that he records all his drums. So we record everything ourselves. And then when it came to the mixing and mastering, we could have done it, but because we wanted a different take and kind of something else, because we know our own music. I had a producer in Southern California. He does the mixing and mastering with his partner. They're Monolith Recording. If you're ever out in Orange County, you go hit them up for your mixing and mastering needs as well as recording. So Monolith Recording, yep. They're
That's
the ones
great.
that did ours, mixing and mastering.
That's really cool.
Yeah, they did a great job too.
Yeah, they really did.
I've always kind of mixed and mastered my own stuff, but it was definitely an advantage to getting a pro.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
and just real quick, it's amazing what you can do from home. The way technology's advanced from a recording standpoint and what you can do at home is pretty remarkable. But
Oh yeah.
the real skill and the trick, and still there's a lot of art in getting good drum sound. And so for this one, Brad really did yeoman's effort, and he did a lot of heavy lifting on getting really good drum parts. And once you have a well recorded drum track, or lots and lots of drum tracks, it's a lot easier to lay down the other stuff. So I just want to give a big shout out to Brad on the recording part. The fact that we have legitimate live drums that were played and recorded really well by him it made a big difference.
That's pretty awesome. With the recording process, do you usually have the drummer go first? Or do you guys have like a way that you like to do it? Because I know that it doesn't all happen all at once. You got to kind of do it piece by piece. Usually, who do you have start?
We usually have the scratch tracks first, right? Guitar, and then vocal scratch, and then for this time around, I think Brad did it first, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brad, but he'd like to have a bass part too. He's like he listens to that on the
but
on
that
the
was a
recording.
scratch.
Yeah, that was a
wasn't
scratch
it?
track too.
it
Yeah,
was.
we pretty much did the whole thing in scratch tracks. And,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then started with the real tracks
Yeah.
with the drums.
So you record the song and you kind of get it into demo stage, but it has a structure, it's arranged, you know what all the parts are. We give that to Brad. Brad then sat down and recorded the drum parts to all those scratch things, to those demo type tracks. And then once we had legitimate drums, we all took those drum parts back and then laid down finished, you obsess over every error kind of tracks and then had them mixed.
That's excellent.
And then we all switched instruments and played each other's tracks.
Yeah, that
Because we didn't like each other's parts, so yeah.
and then we played them backwards.
Well, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and pick another track here. You wanna help me out?
How about next one, "Fly with the Sun"?
All right, we got "Fly with the Sun" by Last Not Least. Go ahead and give the song a little bit of an introduction. What are we about to hear?
This is a track I wrote when I was flying from Amsterdam to LA. It was in the morning, I remember, and I
Were you
had this
hungover?
idea. Was that?
Were you hungover?
No, I was
Oh.
actually for work. Yes,
right.
and then I do a lot of my writing on when I travel. So as we were flying, and I was like, man, when I land in LA, it's still gonna be like 3:00 in the afternoon. I'm gonna be like, it's almost the longest day of my life. And I was thinking, yeah, maybe I'm pretty much flying with the sun, And then I thought it's just like a feel good track, kind of laid back. Wanted some like California vibes, And the original recording, when Last Not Least definitely got together, just the vibes on it just takes it up a notch.
I want to
and
add to
like
that
it, yeah.
too. To us in the band, like this is also more than just another song. It's also a full inventory of Ryan's liquor cabinet.
Well, hey, you're hearing it here first. Pour yourself a drink and listen to "Fly with the Sun" with our in-studio guest tonight, Last Not Least. You're on Local Love.
Bumping that east and west coast is how to start the morning right. Sipping on one dare bar, cause that poetry's up for night. Always loving Cali, gotta shout it out loud. But in my heart, I rep the Bay without a doubt. I won't let those headlights shake my head or break my crown. I take in that crystal sky, oh so high, up falling my soul is at ease, and it gives me wings that I need so I can fly, so I can fly with the sun. Whoa, fly, so I can fly with the sun. Whoa. Sun is almost setting, but my fire's still alive. Murals above are just too beautiful of sights. Night finally arrives and it never shows so slow. Open up that bourbon's how we straight up rock and roll. And when I come around, I discern the cryptic sounds, and my soul is at ease, and it gives me wings that I need so I can fly, so I can fly with the sun. Whoa, fly, so I can fly with the sun. Whoa.
That was Fly with the Sun with our in-studio guest tonight, 3 of the 4 members of Last Not Least. That was a good track.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, that was cool. I like the guitar. I like the guitar riffs in there and just the overall vibe. It was cool.
Yeah.
So you're all like long-term musicians. You've all been in other bands. What were some of your previous projects before this?
It was one of my first bands that I joined was in Southern California, Orange County. We were called Polysonic Soul.
Cool.
And pretty much, alternative band. They were there, like I said, the very first band that I've joined and like had no experience. I was just mostly writing hip hop beats and just making music. So then it's kind of intimidating because when I first walked into the studio to rehearse with them, I came in with just like a tiny practice amp, not knowing what to expect. And here they have these huge racks and I'm like, oh man. And then like my drummer
I've
was
been that
making
guy in
fun
the
of me.
locker room. I know what you mean.
Yeah, my drummer was making fun of me. He's like, what am I going to put this in your pocket? Why are we going to hook this up? But then, no, they were very, welcoming. They let me join the band and then, got a lot of my experience there. And then moved up here, had to leave the band and then joined a cover band and a previous band, original band. But then, and then eventually got here with Last Not Least. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
But then pretty much been playing music my whole life. Started, of course, piano lessons around 7, 8. Then picked up the guitar in high school, and that's when I really, really wanted to join a band. And then just never happened in high school or college. And it had to happen, after I have a family and,
hey, better late
start
than
my
never,
career.
man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's been good, so yeah.
That's cool. How about you guys?
You want to go?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, I'm from Houston, Texas. I actually moved here and joined this band 5 minutes later, but I was playing in some bands in Houston. Mostly, like most people, I guess my age, kind of quit for a while and had kids, and now I'm back to it. And having just been just doing my own thing in relative silence for 20 plus years, and just putting stuff up on SoundCloud for 3 or 4 people to listen to. But yeah, I'm back. Back in the 90s, I was kind of a veteran of the local Houston scene. I was in a Taco Bell tribute band. I was in a improvisational death metal band.
Wait. Let's back. A Taco Bell tribute band.
Ah, yeah, the seven
My
layers.
stoner ass is intrigued. Let's continue.
Yeah, but yeah. So just I don't know. I like the off the wall shit. But yeah, actually, I guess my claim to fame, I recorded with the same producer from Destiny's Child, a guy named Dan Workman, at the notorious Sugar Hill Studios, famous in Houston. And at one point, my little cassette was in there with like Elvis's gold records and stuff.
That's
so,
cool.
That's pretty awesome.
so yeah,
really
been
cool.
doing it a while.
That's really cool. How about you, man?
Yeah, I started like Ryan. I started out as a kid. Actually, I want to give a shout out to like school music programs. I actually started playing brass when I was in the 7th grade, and then played brass instruments all through high school. But you know, the cool factor on that is not real high. But it was a absolutely fantastic.
Certain
education.
circles.
Yeah, certain circles. You know, like in Germany, Oompa band, I'd be, you know, a freaking demigod. But I actually picked up bass when I was a teenager, and then played in bands. I played in a band called Theme Park, which was an all original rock band. And I'm from North Carolina, so it was back in North Carolina. Shout out to Dan Baylog, Theme Park. Shout out to Sean Johnson, who's now living out in Hawaii. Good guys. That was probably the first serious band I was in. I was in a band called Old Divide for a while when I was in grad school. And then like John, when kids came, you know, you kind of hang up, or you have to hang up the rock star lifestyle. And I ended up, I met a jazz musician when I was almost 30, and that's when I switched to guitar, and I started taking jazz lessons from him, and he played all fingerstyle. And then I got all involved with solo fingerstyle acoustic guitar, and I basically did nothing but solo fingerstyle acoustic guitar for about a decade.
Wow.
I did a couple albums. The fun thing was I have one album that I did. It's all instrumental music. I sold on 3 continents, though. I sold two records in Japan and 1 record in Australia.
Hey.
To go with my massive sales here in the U.S.
It
Oh,
only
man.
plays on side B.
That's right. And
Well,
it plays backwards.
We
too,
actually
doesn't it?
like to let all the bands that come through know that one of the fringe benefits of coming onto this show is that you automatically get a fan or two in Australia. We got a couple of people that tune into the show from Australia. We got somebody that tunes in from Japan.
Oh, that's cool.
And
all right.
I don't know.
Maybe
like,
they have your
Yeah,
your
well,
album.
on their continent, just so you know, there's a CD out there floating
There's
around
one.
called Acoustic Cocktail that is all instrumental acoustic fingerstyle guitar that is out there from the stylings of David Moore. So I that's actually how I really got into recording. When he had kids, you just have to figure out there's that creative outlet, that creative need for music never goes away. So I really concentrated on learning how to record and did that for quite a while, and it's, you know, this is sort of my renaissance of a band coming back with Ryan, and this has just been so damn much fun. I can't even begin to describe it.
That's awesome. Well, it sounds really great. So you guys play pretty often then around the East Bay, and
Yeah, we rehearse once a week.
that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
excellent.
Yeah, try to play out like once, monthly, I would say.
Yeah.
That's
Try to
cool.
get some gigs out there. Yeah.
What's been like one of your I mean, other than coming to this studio and getting to perform for us live shortly, what's been like, you know, maybe one of your highlights, one of your favorite gigs that you've done? And you can all each individually answer this because it might not all be the same.
You
So
wanna go first?
Our boutique was freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That was such a good venue. I enjoyed that immensely.
the sound system there, just the whole atmosphere, the fact that you can actually like invite your friends with kids.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yep.
Yeah, I have I have 2 teenage boys, and
Yeah.
they got to come, so that was cool.
Yeah. You know what? I'll throw this in here, which is the hub, which we are playing out on Saturday. I know we mentioned that already. The hub in Redwood City, but that's just a legit video. Yeah, the guy that runs it is just super cool and is like really committed to, you know, putting original bands in there and has a recording set up, and it's like an upstairs downstairs, a super comfortable venue, and I mean, like, if you want to like have a conversation, you got that. If you want to listen to some music, you got that. It's just a cool place. It's the kind of place, like, you know, if you're in Redwood
Yeah.
City, it's the kind of place I'd want to support.
Good call.
It'd definitely be for me Art Boutique.
Yeah.
Like you guys just said, the sound system there's awesome. Like the acoustics, and I've performed it 3 times already. It's one of
Yeah.
my favorite venues to perform at.
The-
And then and also one of my favorite places that I performed at was at the Orange County Fair with my old band. Yeah, that was a cool one because, you know, it was like a big stage, and, you know, I've never played on that big of a venue before, so it was kind of nice to see, you know, people passing by just listen to some good music and stuff. So yeah, that's definitely another one that I liked.
I do have a quick story I want to jump out there just because at the Bistro, which was our first gig as Last Not Least, we played the Bistro in Hayward. And after the show, we're humping equipment back to the car, and it's just the least rock star feeling in the world is when you're just hauling equipment around.
Oh yeah.
And I remember this guy who, oh God, he had to be in his 70s, and he was very disheveled. And,
I remember that guy.
and seemed as if he had had a drink or 9. And he comes over and he's like, "Hey, I remember watching Eddie Money and Journey play here, man. And now I'm watching you guys." And it actually was just kind of cool to actually and this one person, he put us in the same sentence as some legendary acts. And that part was really pretty damn cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
I've always drawn that line from Journey to.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much a direct line.
Yeah. It's very.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and then this is also just for, I like to ask like hypotheticals and bucket list type questions a lot on this show.
Okay.
But let's just say like who would you be the most stoked to get a call from, be like, "Hey, we want you to open for us."
Oh, the Ray Conniff Singers.
Oh wow, he didn't even hesitate.
How about Captain Geach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters?
Hell yeah.
No. The movie reference. My favorite band is Oasis, and like if they ever get back together, I would definitely love to open for them if they ever called. But I don't think that's happening anytime soon. But
I don't think they even call each other. Yeah, they're fucking brothers.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I mean, they're the reason why I picked up a guitar and just and I definitely would love to open for them. Yeah,
that's cool. How about you guys?
Freddie Mercury's Ghost.
Ooh,
I don't have a real answer. I'm sorry.
it's all good.
So like Ryan said, I picked up bass when I was in my teens because of Rush and because of Geddy Lee, and if I ever got a call from one of those guys, I'd probably cream my pants and die.
Then you get resuscitated and go play the fucking show.
Oh, hell to the yes. Yeah, absolutely.
You'd have to play drums though.
Yeah, well, and shit, I can't do that, but you can play drums, so
I'll give it a shot.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play some music. We're going to get you guys all set up for your live performance.
Okay.
Now, you had mentioned that you were in a Taco Bell tribute band.
Going way back.
I'm always intrigued by that. We have one of my absolute favorite bands that has ever like submitted music is a friend of our show, James Perry, and he had this project called Food Metal. And so I'm going to go ahead and start off our little music block here while we're getting set up with some Food Metal.
Hell yeah.
This is right up your alley.
I'm going to go ahead and start it off with Oh Banana.
Please do, yeah.
If you've never heard this before, listeners at home, you're in for a treat.
A banana.
With lots of potassium.
Oh, Banana.
This is Banana by Food Metal. When we come back, we're going to have an in-studio performance by Last Not Least. Stay tuned.
Daily supply of potassium. 16 horses, and I died for 32 minutes. I went to hell for 16 seconds, and the devil said, hey man, what you gonna do? And I said, hey devil, I'm looking at you. And he said, ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-do, ring-a-ding-a-ding-ding-a-dong. I said, devil, so long, and I rode on. And I murdered 16 men, and I married all their wives, and I adopted all their children, and we moved to a farm in Kansas, and all the fellas there thought I was Mormon. And my children said, hey daddy, what you gonna do? And I said, hey children, I'm looking at you. And they said, ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-do, ring-a-ding-a-ding-ding-a-dong. I said, children, so long, and I rode on. I said to my baby, what you gonna do? And she said, motherfucker, I'm looking at you. And I said, ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-do, ring-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding-a-dong. I said, baby, so long, and I rode on. Yes, I rode on. Oh, I rode on.
O'Shaughnessy 2, California.
Living like a homeless man, I don't care. Walking like a Moses man, I could bear. Trying to make some music, playing rock and roll. I don't really care, I'm out of control. Living in care. Feeling that the future look like nowhere. Understand it is what it is to get beat. Trying to push, trying to keep on my feet. Cause I can. No, you can. Yes, I can. No, you can. Yes, you can. No, you can. Yes, 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 I can. They said life's been affecting my church and all that time until now. They didn't do what I want. You don't know. Why don't you tell them the truth? Yeah.
Started as a dream, and when I woke up I stopped looking at the mirror like a magazine. Now I dropped my card, redefine my place in a petty scene of pseudo stars where passion and love are sickened up, pissing contests and drugs that's never enough. So we should fucking make them play the flame of sell your soul and break them. That's the body blues, attitude and booze, always on display. Can't afford to lose, stuff on with on it for the children. Dollar hit up the smuggle income. They can move up, get yourself lighten up, have fun and enjoy while you can. Because if you don't feel the music, then why even call yourself a man with a business sense? Redefine your insolence. Some instance where you could be cut of pretense and you stand. I'm on the rag because rock stars are businessmen in drag, mercenaries for hire, killing in the name of everything that's tried and tired, just like Captain Sinclair, aiming for your hearts and age, your stomachs and despair. So pave the way for us and say music seen beyond repair. Strike the pose and dress the part, but sound like shit and break my heart. If the lights rated in her vision for a slab of meat and assume the position, the market's always open. Stock lots of aspirations to be broken. Replaced by crafted, careful talking posh with winsome sons and daughters, sexual partners, record labels, street credentials, and enticing, tasty payment fodder. Hell, I even thought one has been said that every man sells out some more than others. I'm sure I don't blame the doubt. It takes a business sense and not just pure ideals to pay the rent. But everything that's spent should support a dream, not a fucking machine. Once again, understand, I'm on the rag because rock stars are businessmen in drag, mercenaries for hire, killing in the name of everything that's tried and tied, just like Captain Sinclair, aiming for your hearts and hit your stomachs in despair. So grab a plate and feed your face and pretend you even care.
All right. Once again, this one's called What You Make of It.
retrace my steps back to where life stayed ahead. Now I wish that I would have just stayed in bed, but our eyes can't erase the past. The path seems straight, but my feet drag. My heavy heart, it floats like a bag. Imagination leads and will seems to drag. I must be dreaming of this crazy life. Black and white is what we know. Gray is how we live and grow. Through it all as time goes by, what you make of it is filled with lies. The wind blows crisp as I walk downtown, where the fruits are bruised brown. Now no one partakes, as many feel drowned. Hope can drain the pool filled with sorrow and guilt. Black and white is what we know. Gray is how we live and grow. Through it all as time goes by, what you make of it is filled with lies. Can't seem to get a grip on it. It's an uphill battle against the downhill rush. A draw with waiting to be lit. Emotions burn from afar on the brush. Now it strikes a match and causes inferno. Black and white is what we know. Gray is how we live and grow. Through it all as time goes by, what you make of it is filled with lies. Black and white is what we know. Gray is how we live and grow. Through it all as time goes by, what you make of it is filled with lies. Thank you. What's that?
That one sounded better anyway. Hell yeah, we always get it right in the second try.
All right.
We doing another one? We doing some talkie? What's the next?
Next one's Spiral. One, two, three, four. Float down the spirals on your back. Let the shape just take you where it may. Turning ever inwards day by day. As you float, you move and you change. Close your eyes and get a better view. Only spirals connecting me to you. Only shapes and endless time and space. As you float, you shift and you change. Inside or outside, it's all the same. A mirror made of flesh, reflecting every way. And in the end, you'll never know if you're a show up or below. It seems no matter where you flow, it all makes sense to let it go. Inside or outside, it's all the same. A mirror made of flesh, reflecting every way. Inside or outside, it's all the same. A mirror made of flesh, reflecting every way. Inside or outside, it's all the same. A mirror made of flesh, reflecting every way. Thank you. That was called Spiral. If I didn't introduce it at first, so yeah. This next one's called Live It Up. One, two, 3, 4. Let's get up. We've been sat down for too long. I'm going crazy. Need to get gone. The world is ours, but we let it pass us by. Let's take that chance. Don't think twice. So let's go hand in hand. Run away. Don't look back. Hold on tight. One step at a time. Fate will decide on our telltale story. Hold on right. One scene at a time. Don't let up, even if our drive is empty. Ignore their talk, kick judgment to the side. Get what's yours, and I'll get what's mine. We'll live it up and toast our glass in vain. Tread those boulevards and drown in the rain. So let's go hand in hand, run away. Don't look back. Hold on tight. One step at a time. Fate will decide on our telltale story. Hold on right. One scene at a time. Don't let up, even if our drive is empty. Let's stir up our souls, cloud our conscience and mind. Call out our spirits, cross over that fine line. Let's waste no time living life. decide on a telltale story. Hold on right, one scene at a time. Don't let up, even if our drive is empty. Thank you. Right. Yep. All right. So next one is called "We're All Right." All right. Right now, waving to Lucy in the sky. We're all right now, embracing, throwing hands up high. We're all right now, making paper float and fly. Right now, and pray to God never go back. And if you wanna go back, go at it alone. Right now, mindless chit chat and the tune. We're all right now, rolling pictures in a room. We're all right now, blasting tunes towards the moon. Right now, and pray to God never go back. And if you wanna go back, go at it alone. And pray to God never go back. And if you wanna go back, go at it alone. Thank you. All right. You need to get across there. All right. Oh, no worries, man. All right.
me tune up real quick. All right, this one's called "If There's Any Reason at All." Okay. No problem.
Always play it in the wrong damn key.
That last song, though, almost
Okay. Count us off. We're the only ones on this road, and we've come to a light, flashing its red in the darkness, ugly and edging us backward. And when we leave, does it keep on blinking? Does it disappear? Is this how it wanted to be? Or does it imagine it matters? So who are you to tell us what to do? And not that much, you cannot change us. So why do you go on the way you do? If you had to think of a reason, if there's any reason at all, when the lights on, everybody looks uglier, skin so sallow and pale, eyes not paying attention. So would the darkness be a relief when no one's there? Do you know that you failed in every way? Do you think about it at all? And if what you are makes it wrong, then to make it right, you have to disappear. And if what you are makes it wrong, then there may not be a way to turn, a road to follow, a fading light, a final signal, a day beyond the night. So who are you to tell us what to do? Not that much, you cannot be us. So why do you go on the way you do? If you had to think of a reason, if there's any reason at all. Thank you. That's pretty much what we got for now. Yep. I guess pretty much.
And I hope we passed the audition.
Yeah, I think so. Oh. Yep. Oh, all right. Well, we are last not least. Thank you very much. Yeah.
So yeah, and let's give shout out last song that was done.
Yep.
Songwriter sitting right over here.
Got John right there. If there's any reason at all. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We are last not least.
and drink too much and lead a life of waste. But don't hesitate, don't contemplate, 'cause this hour will not last, pretty soon it will pass if you stop and wait. And you can paint the town red if you got the blues, strutting up and down in your worn out shoes. Drive your race car off the course, or you sold the whole farm when you bought the horse. Trying hard to catch up with the merry-go-round, but it won't go down. If you like a little green man, you're gonna put the sugar down. There's no love in this town, but if the network wants to see ya, everybody wants to be ya when the sun goes down. So change your pace, come join the race, where you can circumvent the nation with a plastic fascination and a pretty face. And you can paint the town red if you got the blues, straighten up and down in your worn out shoes. You can drive your race car off the course, you sold the whole farm when you bought the horse. Trying hard to catch up with the merry-go-round, but it won't go down. You're like a little green man, you're gonna put the sugar down. The blues, strutting up and down in your worn out shoes, driving your race car off the course, where you sold the whole farm when you bought the horse. Trying hard to catch up with the merry-go-round, but it won't go down. You're like a little green man, you're gonna put the sugar down. If you're like a little green man, you're gonna put the sugar down. If you like a little cream in your coffee.
That song right there was Monkey. I know that was Monkey. And we are back with the guys from Last Not Least.
Monkey.
If you're just tuning in, then you just missed out on a great live in-studio performance. That was awesome, guys.
Oh, thank you.
That was cool. So now, where's been the best place you've ever played, huh?
Well, obviously right here.
Right.
Definitely. Local love.
Awesome. You guys
I mean,
sounded
$10
great.
is $10, right? You know?
Hell yeah. You can send your $10 to us on Patreon, or just subscribe to our Twitch channel. We'll make sure that it gets out to where it needs to go. So let's go over. You got some shows coming up again soon?
Yes, this coming Saturday, the 25th, at the Hub, Redwood City. We are going to be playing with Doll Parts, Blue Moxies, and Forever to the Moon. And then our gig in March, Friday, March 17th at the Bistro in Hayward.
Wonderful.
We'll be playing with Francis Fang and the Mossburns.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I hope that you'll definitely be able to tell all your other band friends about this show,
Yeah, definitely.
and send them along as well. And when this episode comes out, I hope you share it as well. I'm gonna play another song off of your EP really fast, and then Dave's gonna close us out. What song would you want to be able to pick?
What do you think?
Is it the last one we get to play tonight?
Second to last.
Second to last?
Yeah.
Well, if it's the second to
Well,
last.
the second to last, then we're
We're going to play the entire
Yeah, we're
EP
gonna
then,
play
yeah.
both.
Me
So,
and Dave don't have to fight because
That's right. We're about to rock,
Yeah,
paper,
it's,
scissors
uh,
over here.
that's what's happening.
Let's do
let's
the
go.
message.
Message.
The message it
That's what it
is.
is.
Yep.
All right.
do that.
This is the message with our in-studio guest tonight. Last not least, you're on Local Love.
planet that was light years away. And through 100,000 million miles they tried to reach us, but it seemed to be more fantasy, more pointless every day. And the message said, our planet's dying and we need your help. Can anyone hear us? We've been fading away for so long. No one sees us in the dark. Through time, across expanding galaxies, the wavelength of the message grew and grew. And through 100,000 million tries, our hope was all exhausted. And with so many barriers, the message can't get through. And the message said, we're trapped in silence in the space between. When we see the lights, they're from thousands of years before, and we don't know what they mean anyway. And the space between is only the dark energy anyway. It isn't empty, it's filled with the quiet at the end of everything. Even if it could break through, even if you could receive it, there's no way that you could understand that the message said, our planet's dying and we need your help. Can anyone hear us? We've been fading away for so long, and no one sees the pulses of life getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. And the message said, our planet's dying and we need your help. Can anyone hear us? We've been fading away for so long, fading away for so long. No one sees us in the dark.
Shout out to whoever's putting Keyboard Cat up in our chat. We're back with last not least. Thanks, guys. Just in case anybody doesn't know, this is the actual last live Local Tuesday we're doing. So thanks you guys for joining us for the very last one of these. Local Love's not going away. We're just changing it up a little bit.
Okay.
So bands that are not available at 9 p.m. on Tuesday might be able to participate in the show.
Nice.
We killed it.
No. It was dead before you got here.
Well, at least we weren't the least,
it's musical
right?
necrophilia.
Don't worry, it's good. It's good. It was good to go out with you guys. The performance was great. The interview seemed good. Fuck yeah. So, how did you guys find out about us?
I was actually looking around for. I mentioned I moved here from Texas like a year ago, and I don't really know anybody, and so like these are the people that I know, right? So I was like, I want to get out and start seeing some local bands again, and I can't afford most concerts anymore, so. So looking around for local radio stations, that sort of thing, and happened upon you guys and sending my music. I've been I think the first episode I checked out was Catalyst, so that gives you a time
they were
frame.
so great. They were so great.
Yeah, it was a good episode. So I've been subscribing to it on the podcast ever since. So yeah.
Yeah, and John brought it to band practice, and so introduced us all to you guys. And that's why
Very
we're here.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Have you guys done a podcast or radio? Have you done,
Glad we could close it out with you.
have you done interviews?
It's an unexpected honor.
Nope, this is the first one for I think all of us, right? Yeah.
Well, on behalf of the entire Echoplex Media family, we're sorry. And
You'll be hearing from our attorneys.
That's right.
So the Art Boutique is like such a cool place. You guys have mentioned that. I don't know if you guys know the guy Dan who runs Art Boutique. I didn't know this till I interviewed him actually. It was during the height of the Everybody Stay Home thing, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll jump on a call with you for your show." And he his comic book studio that he had prior to Art Boutique was the comic book studio that had put out Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, which is like, I'm not a comic book person, but I'd heard of that shit before.
Oh,
okay.
And that guy's just such a cool guy. Like, that venue's so cool. Like, the scene there is great. And like, just a big shout out to Dan Votto from the Art Boutique.
Yep. Yeah, definitely all the engineers too. His son is the sound engineer, I think, and then
Oh,
the
yeah.
lighting guy. I forgot his name, but yeah, no, it would put on a really good show for us.
Yeah, they were
One
great
of-
people. Super cool venue too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they just care a great deal about like what it looks and sounds
yeah,
like.
definitely.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who's supporting local music. You guys, Art Boutique, which is again my favorite location that we've played so far. But
I just clout chase off the local music, honestly. I'm just kidding. So you guys have a show coming up that's in Redwood City. The name of that spot again, is that the Hub?
That's
Yes.
the hub.
That's the
Yeah.
Hub.
Also a fantastic venue, as
Yep.
John was saying. It's a wonderful place to go because upstairs is live music, downstairs is bar and table, so
Like a
you can
lounge.
yeah, so
Yep, yep.
you can hang out, have a drink, talk to your person, and then go upstairs
multiple
and then
people.
absolutely rock out, and then come back downstairs and talk to your person some more. So it's a lovely venue. I really, really highly recommend it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, the owner there is trying to really promote original bands. So any other bands out there looking for venues to play, yeah, hit up Alan over at the Hub.
Yeah,
He's
super
trying to
cool
promote
guy
it. Yep.
too.
Yeah,
and
really good guy.
Yeah, made it through the pandemic. So yeah.
Yeah, there was a thing where Redwood City actually the city itself started to decide to put resources into music and entertainment because people were calling it Deadwood. They were calling
I've
it
never
Deadwood
heard
City.
that.
Yeah,
okay.
like it was a huge thing where it was like there was like this downtown, but like nothing was happening there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so like
I think that's what the Hub is. That it looked like a down because we went
Yeah,
at night.
yeah,
And it was
yeah.
raining, so there wasn't a lot of foot traffic at that time. But yeah, it looked like a nice spot. Definitely a summer night.
It
Just
did. It
people
looked like
walking around.
walkable, and
Yeah.
yeah, it looked like a chill.
And if
kinda neighborhood.
if you happen to enjoy a beer now and again, he had an absolutely fantastic selection of beer on tap. I mean, he had a really good tap selection.
what's the date of this show again?
This Saturday,
Oh,
25th.
25th.
25th, Redwood City. Come down, drink yourself into oblivion.
Come
Come
on
see
out.
Last Not Least.
I could either make fun of a city council meeting or go to your show. This is a really tough decision. now.
Why not both? I mean,
I could
can't,
go to
can't
your-
it be both?
I could go to your show and then like come back and then like shit faced off of all of this venue owner's beer, like try to make fun of the Reading or the Shasta County Board of Supervisors meeting. But it's an either or proposition for me because I haven't been to that place or I haven't been to it when it was called the Hub. I know there's a couple like big rooms, like kind of nice places that I'd been to in Redwood, and I'm thinking it's one of them. I'm thinking the only reason I know about it is because the club there had failed and they threw an illegal party there. And then the cops showed up at 3:30 in the morning. There was no longer an illegal party
man.
there. But that's okay. My time set was 1 to 2, so I was fine. But I think if it's upstairs, downstairs, and it's like a cool, I think I know
that's
what
the
spot
joint.
it is. Because like the thing about Redwood City is that there were a lot of legit spots that like people had a bar and like a place where people could go. It's just nobody was fucking going.
Huh.
And it was, and Juan, you probably remember when they were calling it Deadwood. I see Juan's over there in the peanut gallery. Chip, you probably remember calling him Deadwood too. Yeah. But they did the opposite of what San Jose did. San Jose, like there was like a vibrant scene here, and the city did everything they could to kind of crack down on it. As like all the tech people moved here, because people would move into like the neighborhood with all the bars and the venues, and then they'd complain about the noise.
Oh, okay.
So that happened here in Redwood. I guess the other thing happened where the city was like, actually, we should probably try to have some entertainment here. And I feel like Redwood made a better choice. I'm hearing there's another spot there too. There's like a dance club there that's
Okay.
starting to go off.
Oh.
That shit's starting to happen at. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. I probably won't get a booking there because it's going off in such a way that my friend John Beaver is playing there, and he's actually popular. I'm just like a guy who talks a bunch of shit on Twitch and happens to be a
Gotta get
DJ.
in early. Yeah.
Every once in a while, they let me play Bike Party.
All right. Well, the gauntlet has been thrown down Saturday in Redwood City.
Yeah, everybody should go. And even, well, I was going to say, even if not for the band, go check it out. But that's kind of rude. You're our guest.
You know
here.
what? The Alan, the guy at the Hub, he is such a proponent of live music and original music that, hell yeah, even if not for the band, come down and check out his place.
Well, thanks for having my back there where I almost stuck my fucking foot in my mouth. Thank you so much.
It's also 3 other bands too. Do you know if there's a cover? I don't remember. Is it?
If there's 3 other bands, no
it's,
cover.
It's free, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys getting?
where are
you guys getting
that?
paid, or do you not discuss business?
Don't really discuss it.
Wait, what?
Unless these guys want to say something.
No,
all right.
Well, I hope you guys aren't paying to play. That's the worst.
No,
Oh,
we're
no.
not. It's not a pay to play. No,
No.
Well, I mean,
there,
but I mean-
are access. That does happen occasionally, but no.
Well, I mean, pay to play is like if I go all the way out to the city, like I don't
Yeah.
drive a car. If I don't drive, so if I go to the city and I'm making $80, I'm paying to play.
Yeah.
Well, no, but it's not even a pay to get in the door for us. No, I do want to say
I had somebody try to charge me to book me once, and I was like, "Wait,
shit.
you have the car going the wrong way."
There's a whole model built
Yeah,
around
that's-
that, which I can't. It's just it's.
I would do it if it was like the flip side of that is if you're a DJ or the band and you're playing like an event for a good charity and it's $10 at the door, pay the $10.
Oh, hell yeah.
Even
Oh,
if you're getting paid for the event, drop $10 at the door because you're at like a charity event. But most events aren't charities, except like I should have been putting like my record box out in front of me and asking for $1 this whole time.
Yeah, indeed. But no, Red would say that he's again that dude. He is building a venue for original music, which in this day and age is a little bit more rare than I'd like to see. So that guy.
I mean, is he like not having cover bands or DJs?
His preference is not DJs, not cover bands. He really wants original music going on in his place.
I mean, I feel attacked, but also like.
No.
But also there are like
please don't-
venues. There are venues where you can't
All
show
right.
up with your band, and there's just like equipment for a DJ to hook
Shit,
up. So it's
now
the
you
same
put
thing.
my foot in my mouth. So, so we trade it off. No, I just wanted to get this guy. We're an original rock band, and so obviously I have a lot of love for that dude. And his venue is wanting original music.
Very nice. You know, we might know a lot of people who do original music. So
Potentially.
Yeah.
we know all kinds of bands.
Might be some in the audience tonight.
There might be people in bands in the audience tonight. I don't know. Hold on.
So what's replacing the? If you don't mind my asking, what's replacing the live sets here? Is that?
Oh, nothing.
You said that. Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, I thought
nothing.
you said there was like trying to accommodate it differently or something.
Oh yeah. It's going to be the Local Love's not going to be live anymore. It's going to be still going to go out as a podcast, but then like bands can come Saturday afternoon or Monday afternoon.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. So, it's just okay.
But from the live standpoint, we are the last, but certainly not the least band that has played here.
No, the performance with even your drummer who wasn't able to be here was like, yeah, it sounds fine. like so, like when the band member who isn't here is like, it sounds good.
I like to think he was drumming along.
Yeah, I hope so. At least fingers on the table, right? At least fingers on the table. Yeah, this project's been kind of hard. Getting the local scene to tune in has been almost impossible. And the people who are watching the other content we're doing are only going to sit and listen to me or Chip talk to a band for so long, right? Because they don't know the band. They're not from here. And yeah, it's just been really hard. And I think being in San Jose has actually held this project back in a very significant way.
That's just the drive time, just out of the way. Or?
I think if we were out of San Francisco, I think we would have picked up a lot more steam with like the local music scene, just because the like San Jose is like a dying scene. It's not like no shit on the artists, no shit on the venue owners, especially Dan from Art Boutique, but it's like if the city around you is like catering to like professional people, to the technology workers and stuff, the art scene is gonna suffer, and that's like what happened here. It's unfortunate because there's just so much talent here. Not just talent, but the hard work that goes with the talent that makes the fucking record come out and sound good, right?
Yeah. I mentioned I've been looking around for local bands. I've been kind of taking a deep dive into that, and it's like it's an embarrassment of riches. It's so much, like such a ridiculous amount of talent,
and it's hard to get everybody to coalesce. And I think people like infight and stuff, but we don't see a lot of that. I don't think in the Bay Area scene there's not a lot of people sniping at each other. And if it's anybody talking shit, it's probably me and the media wench. But we're talking shit at some other promoter, not at the bands, right? Yeah, it's rough, and I think that maybe the change is going to come out of places like Redwood, where you were mentioning the Hut Is that the right name?
The Hub.
The Hub. Sorry. But the city is also trying to do entertainment. I think the change is going to come out of there. Maybe next Mountain View will be like, well, wait a minute, there's all this Kraken stuff happening over in Redwood. Let's do a thing in Mountain View. Have a couple venues and like try to support the arts. But it ain't going to come out of San Jose. And San Francisco is always just gonna always be Kraken because it's San Francisco.
I feel like those things are cyclical too. They kind of come and go, and you had that, kind of the massive disruption of COVID, and it's just taken the audiences a while to come back, from what I understand. But I mean, it's just I don't know. Those things come and go with time too. It's just it only takes kind of like one band to blow up and get people out. So I don't know.
It was like a crazy thing. Well, like before I lived in San Jose, right before I lived in San Jose, I actually took a contract job out in Bakersfield because like there's no good reason to go to Bakersfield except for money.
It's a good racetrack there. Buttonwillow's there.
Like I did not go to the racetrack. All I did was stack that paper. there was like a bar like down the street from where I was at, and the people there were kind of okay, and so I'd go there and drink. But when I got here, it was just it was so weird. It was just such a weird experience because I'd been in San Francisco for a while before that. It was just such a weird experience. And I don't know, I feel like things haven't gotten much better here in San Jose for like artists. And I'm like, it's, I don't know, like y'all, I'm glad y'all's experience in San Jose is the Art Boutique because that's
so far so good.
Yep.
That's Dan. Dan cares like a great deal about not only like the artists that come through, but like the presentation. He cares about the way the stage looks. Like, oh my God, your pictures from the Art Boutique had to have been fucking fantastic, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He cares about the way it sounds. They set up streaming as soon as COVID hit. I know he like probably lost like a goddamn shit ton of money, but like that was like, it's probably paying him back in some way because he like took the time to like try to like bring high quality performances to people while everybody was stuck at home. And like, I don't know, like there's otherwise, like I love the Caravan. Y'all should play the Caravan. Do you even know about the Caravan?
No, I've never heard of that.
It's the opposite of the Art Boutique, and that's why everybody loves it.
Interesting.
Is it in San Jose?
Oh yeah. It's in downtown San Jose, and it's the opposite of the Art Boutique, and it's absolutely the next San Jose spot y'all should play because
Caravan.
It's the other. It's. I mean, it doesn't sound that great.
Are we talking about chicken wire around the stage?
The lighting, not the best, but the culture
funny.
and the scene, culture and the scene there.
You're selling the hell out of this joint, I tell you.
No, I'm just the culture and the scene there. Juan's in a band. I DJ'd at the Caravan. I was one of my bucket list San Jose things was to DJ at the Caravan. I was so excited to DJ for like 9 people at the Caravan because it's like, well, it's a venue where people aren't DJing, right? Like it's not that kind of, it was just on my bucket list because it's been such a part of my experience. So y'all should definitely play the Caravan.
That's
fantastic. I'm in. You had me at dive.
Yep.
It is the best dive. It is the best dive.
That is, there's actually something, as much as I like Art Boutique and it was a lovely venue, there's something right about a dive bar. There's just something absolutely right about it. Shit that like your feet stick to the floor.
That's this place.
That's what you got to have that.
And there's 2 places that's good. It's 1, it's a sex club because everybody's having a good time, and 2, it's a dive bar.
Wait, go back to the first part.
Yeah, the sex.
Well, you guys could play a sex club, but I can't recommend those to you because I'm getting older and I don't go to sex clubs.
Well, I'm old enough that it's just it's a spectator sport for me, but I'm more than happy to spectate. So our people will call your people.
Get us set up.
We'll have to play all our songs real slow.
We have one more song on your
slow.
We have one more song from your EP. This is Passed Away, which is spelled PAST away, not past.
That is correct.
What's up with the grammatical error on your song?
As I mentioned earlier, when I write music, I do the whole song I do all the music first, including all the instrumentation, the arranging, everything, and don't have a lyric. And when this song got written, I actually got contacted by an old friend from high school. She had the audacity to post a picture of me on Facebook with hair, And my hair went away very, very damn early.
I don't want any people to have anything to compare this to, so I hate that when somebody's like, "Here's a picture of you at 20." I'm like, "Stop!"
Holy
that.
shit! Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Oh, so it got me thinking about the past, and then so I started writing a song about the past, and you see an old picture of yourself, and it stirs up a lot of memories, and then I ended up because of that photo, I ended up actually connecting with another person from high school who, unfortunately, when she contacted me, she was already at stage 4 in breast cancer, and she did not make it. And so when this song was being written, it was all about seeing the past and thinking about the past. And unfortunately, a friend that I was reconnecting with also did not make it and passed away. And so that's how the song got written.
Aren't you glad you reconnected a little bit before?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's amazing when
my chat is like, "Dave, why are you being so nice?"
It's, you soften a lot when you get older, and you look back to those high school days,
You've done some things,
and others. We talked about the sex club, and you soften a lot when you get older.
But
it's you look back, or at least for me, high school was not an extraordinarily fun time. And then now looking back on it, there's I've have some better vibes about it. And you're right, that person that I was able to at least have a little bit of dialogue with before she died. That was a gift that was very unexpected, and that's kind of how the song came to be.
So we're going to close this out. Y'all can hang out. We're going to do some stuff for our patrons and live viewers only. Y'all are not pressured to hang out. If y'all have like day jobs and you're like, "What the fuck am I doing in this place?" Y'all can leave. But I'd like to talk to you more about high school, because my high school experience was very different than yours. And if you have a few minutes after the songs,
I'll talk about high school. I drank a lot.
Oh, that might be the difference. All right. Yeah. Anyway, this is the Passed Away by Last Not Least. I have to pee so bad. I'll be right back.
Driving along with all our yesterdays, the past flashing beneath our wheels, seasons flying by on a roller coaster ride. Memories flash on the windows of my eyes, a feature film of time gone by. That's what we say, it's the way we want to stay. It hasn't passed away. These memories, when they come back to me, I will feel them, see them, be them again. The road goes flying by, dotted white lines count the miles behind. I'm looking ahead, there's no end in sight. A future between you and me under starlight, a chapter we have yet to write. That's what we say,